Hi guys, this is Robert Red, and I want to wish you a happy New Year, a happy 2015. Now, what I thought I'd do is I do a quick retrospective on the Walking Dead series. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Walking Dead T-shirt, so I figure I'd do a retrospective. Now, on AMC, they are doing the Walking Dead marathon. They're showing every episode that's been made thus far, and I'm actually currently watching the marathon as of this recording. So I figure I'd do a retrospective and kind of my personal experience with The Walking Dead. Now, as a young child growing up, I used to be afraid of horror movies, and the classic story that I tell a lot of people is I remember being in my old house, which no longer exists. There's apartments there now. But my Aunt Becky coming over and bringing Nightmare on Elm Street 5 over, or and the reason I remember it was Nightmare on Elm Street 5 is the infamous shower scene. I remember being scared within the first 5 minutes of the movie and covering my head up on the couch and asking her to turn it off and stuff because we were watching it in the front room. And so that's kind of my first experience with horror movies and stuff like that as I recollect. And as I grew up and grew older, I grew to love them. Like in my collection, which is over here off camera, I have Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, just a lot of the great horror movie classics that I enjoy. And I figured it was kind of silly growing up and getting older and mature to be afraid of horror movies and stuff like that. So I enjoy watching them. And that brings me to Walking Dead. And every year for the last few years, as long as I can remember, AMC has been doing Monster Fest, Fear Fest. They've been calling it something different. It used to be called Monster Fest. I believe it was Fear Fest this past year in 2014. And I remember back in 2010 seeing a commercial or an advertisement for a new show that they were going to start airing called The Walking Dead, and about being zombies and stuff like that. They obviously don't call them zombies, but I remember the advertisement for the show. So I remember being stoked and hyped, like, yes, a show that's going to be a long-running series that deals with zombies. It's not going to be just like Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, just a 90-minute picture, horror movie, done and over with. This was going to be something continuous to watch, and it was going to be a show, and it's going to be treated like a very cinematic in the way it looks, or at least in my opinion. And so I remember being stoked and hyped about it. Now, for some reason or another, in 2010, when the show aired, I didn't get to watch it. And for several years, I did not get to catch it. Now, back late 2014, I was fortunate enough to get Netflix, and I caught up on the episodes. I'd watch one a day just to kind of get built up. And I found out AMC was going to do a marathon like they're doing today, showing all the episodes. So I stayed up and recorded, excuse me, episodes 1 through 8 of season 4 because that's where it ended last year. Very much like they are here with season 5. They're halfway through season 5. So I recorded them and watched them and caught up. So I remember watching those episodes, and I was like, that's cool. And obviously the last episode recorded before a new one was where Herschel gets died. So spoiler alert, hopefully you've seen the series to who know that. So after watching that, I've got to watch the series now for about a full year. Air live as it happens. I've enjoyed the series. I love how they are treating the show in, like I said, in the cinematic field. I love the characters, and what's great, you go from this cast of characters, they introduce someone new, and it doesn't take away from the old cast or old characters, and it makes the new one just as important, just as relevant. Like Herschel, like I mentioned, him dying was not in the first season. He didn't come till second season, and Maggie, all them, so they've been treated very well. Any new character that has been portrayed. The first live person I've seen that died that was of major importance, obviously Bob has died since I started watching it, but of real importance was Maggie, or no, not Maggie, Beth, which is Maggie's sister, or who just died in the last episode. Oh, and obviously, just to reinforce what I was saying, the new character, she's been on the show for about 2 or 3 years, and people are kind of upset or whatever you may say with her dying. So it just goes to show how well they've treated these characters. I just enjoyed the show. I suggest anyone who's not watched the show, don't be like me, and wait and watch it until after it's off the air. Or enjoy it now. Catch up on Netflix. I mean, seasons 1 through 4 are out on DVD and Blu-ray. Catch those up. Check out season 5. It's been a great season. They kicked off with a great episode. Kind of my favorite villain since we're doing a retrospective has been the governor, and they're kind of right now where they are in the marathon. They are at the prison and stuff, and they're about to be attacked by the governor again. And I felt he was a better villain. Now Gareth from Terminus, which you'll see at the latter part of season 4 or in season 5, not very long, was okay. Shane was okay, but not a villain as major importance like the governor, or and obviously Don and the group at the hospital not as important and major, or because I don't feel like none of them had the weight and the importance of the governor. But that's enough of me talking. I do want to thank you guys for checking out my video. I'm going to try to do more videos like this of like my retrospective or my take on TV shows or movies. I'm going to try to do one of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie. You can check out my channel and more videos that I do on my YouTube page at youtube.com/user/the Robert Red. And I want to thank you guys for joining me, and you have a wonderful new year and a wonderful rest of your day.